Dr. Gborogbosi is also is built brands all over the world, and this time around is seeking to be the governor of River State in the 2023 election. And one key thing he said he is ready to do is to fix the unemployment challenge in River State, and this is big. So again, we're talking about he has a 9-point agenda, and the 9-point agenda, which is contained in his manifesto, also include a secure society, a strong economy, good and integrated governance, solid education, building 3 new cities, and also talking about health services, job creation, pension. But let me come to education. I want us to take time to talk about the unemployment issue. In education, you talked about solid education, and I think you also provide the way, you provide the structure on how to achieve solid education in River State. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so in terms of the solid education, and I will try and link it to the real focus today, which is the job creation and human capacity development. In solid education, we are looking at not just people acquiring knowledge, but we are looking at people acquiring knowledge to solve problems. Because people pay for solutions. So once you graduate, for example, you should be able to be in a position to be able to solve problems. If you don't have a job, you should be in a position to be able to be an entrepreneur and look at what societal problems you can solve so people can pay for it. So what we are looking at in solid education, as an example, is the fact that if you look at the job creation to me is like a pool of water. So we have a lot of unemployed people in that pool. Now, so if I scope that pool, there's another water that is coming into that pool. Mm-hmm. The undergraduates today will become graduates tomorrow, and they will come in. So what I want to do is to use that solid education and come into the educational sector, let's say undergraduates, and then encourage them to develop their capacity and encourage them to look at areas that they can provide solution. So even before they graduate, they've been able to take entrepreneurship training. Before they graduate, they've been able to set up their own companies, their own businesses. So that enables them that by the time they graduate, they will be in a position to either they will look for a job or they're able to create job. So that reduces the pressure on me in terms of the number of people that are unemployed.
So again, why do you think previous governments have failed in this area? Because what you've just explained sounds so simple. Why do you think previous governments have failed here?
No, I won't say previous government have failed, but let me say a fundamental thing. A fundamental thing is that Nigeria has never been developed. So what happens is that people come in and come out with postulation of what they think development is all about. But what I'm trying to do, because I've had the global experience, we're looking at countries in the world that have developed. What did they do? So if I give an example of students on campus, I schooled outside the country in my doctoral degree. I schooled in Nigeria and outside. But outside you have what they call like Innovation Week, where undergraduates are able to come out with innovative ideas. And then when they have innovative ideas, they call business leaders, they call government leaders, and they come and witness and they make presentations. And sometimes at the during presentations, the best among them are selected. And so even as undergraduates, they already have business models that people are going to invest in. That's the kind of thing we want to do here. We want to be able to have a technology week, an innovation week, where even as an undergraduate, because most of these undergraduates have very bright ideas, so they have those ideas, they need mentorship, they need training, they need finance, because what other people in the world are doing. So what we are trying to do is to look at what other people have done. So in terms of previous governments, I think what has happened is that people have come out, try to come out with their own idea of what development should look like. And because sometimes their ideas have not been tested, they don't really work. So we want to look at what other people have done and localize and domesticate those global practices.